welcome back to the channel. Ryan Kyle here, and today, well, we've done this before, but we're running some more commentary on the last street photography video that we did in harsh light, the third person one. Maybe not the best photos I've ever taken in my life. It was harsh light, it was the challenge that I kind of gave to myself, but I got some good ones, got some bad ones, I think, and we're going to kind of run through that. We're going to watch the video, I'll watch it along with you guys. We're going to kind of talk about the photos that are being taken, the things that I liked and kind of disliked about a lot of the photos, and there's some photos in there that are okay, and then there's some photos in there that, yeah, kind of looking back on it now, I'm kind of like, maybe I shouldn't have put those in there, but to a certain point, I'm kind of glad I put them in there because now I can go back and do this video and tell you guys, yeah, please don't take these kinds of pictures. You can be more creative, you know. Anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and watch this video and give you those comments and do that little ride along with you guys. But before we get started, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe because it really does help me out over here, and you know, keeps this channel going. You know, keeps me active and stuff. And I mean, even if you dislike it, I'm gonna keep doing it anyways. It doesn't really matter. But anyways, we're gonna get started. Let's get started. Okay, all right, we're on the computer, we're watching the video. First thing I need to be careful about here is, one, recording on my A6400, I gotta be careful of the lighting conditions that I'm in because A6400 or Sony already has interesting skin tones. They're not as great as, say, Canon, but that's one thing that's more on the video side. Let's look at the photography side. Let's just hop into this video right now. So it comes off, you know, with me do a little intro here. Let's go ahead and start this. All right, cool. So first shot, right? This isn't a bad shot. This isn't, could be better, you know, but composition wise, it's not too bad. I'm okay with the edit on there. I don't know, I'm not liking that rail there. That it was part of the sign, whether it's a stop sign or something, whatever it is, take that out. That doesn't look great, and I understand why I didn't take it out because it's not simple in Lightroom, and I'm being a little bit lazy. But in Photoshop, I think that might be a little bit easier to take out. I think that's still kind of maybe a little bit difficult to take out. It would just take a little bit more time, but I guess that's fine. It should be taken out, so that's one thing about this picture. Otherwise, it's not too bad. I think that's really my only critique on this one. Color's not too bad. The whole kind of color grade I went with for all these photos is a little, it's okay. I think it worked well for the photos that I took. I think they look all right. All right, so this one's great. It's okay. Moving on to the next one here. Okay, so this photo is probably the worst photo in all the pictures that we're gonna see today, and unfortunately it is the second picture in this video, so anyone who is watching, you know, my apologies. But this picture is just, it's, to me, composition wise, it's kind of boring. I understand I'm looking at the 4 5 lamps that are kind of hanging, and I have somewhat of a little bit of dimension in their foreground back there, but I don't know, it's just not interesting at all in any way. So, you know, don't take those. If you make it look better, tag me in it or something, but like, don't make it look better than that. That can be better. So that one, you know, we don't care for that one. Okay, here's the next one. This one's cool. I think I definitely could have maybe waited a second for maybe that man in the background to move out of the way, but otherwise, I kind of like this picture. You know, she's just here kind of, I think she's drinking coffee or something, you know, or from the back here, so we can't really tell, but she's just kind of chilling, you know, soaking up some sun. I like this picture, not too bad. You know, again, the only thing that I'd want to take out of this, or maybe have waited, is for the old man in the background. A little bit distracting, but because we're shooting we have that depth of field, he's a little bit blurred out, and we know that we're looking at the lady. I think this picture could be better, actually. I definitely could have waited till her hand was maybe in her hair a little bit more. Maybe her hand not even in her hair. Maybe it's, you know, with that book on the ground or something, or on her phone, or drinking her coffee, whatever it is. I think action-wise, it could be a little bit better. So what she's doing, my subject, could be just a tad bit better. All right, moving on. I think what I'm gonna start doing actually is maybe even rating these pictures, maybe like a 1 through 5, because that's how you kind of rate them in Lightroom. So maybe I should do that with you guys, for you guys as well, because gives you an idea of what I'm liking. So actually, this picture I really like. I really like this guy just kind of hanging out there, having his coffee by himself, kind of absorbing the sun. Then, and during this kind of shoot during the day, there were a bunch of people out too, a bunch of families and everything. So it was really seemed like a very lively kind of thing, and it seemed like he was kind of there, just kind of absorbing all that and just kind of hanging out, and doing his own thing. And this is a shot that I really liked. I enjoy this one. The colors to me look fine. You know, they all have that kind of a theme of that, a little bit more of a washed out, orangey, sunbursty feel to them. This is another one that's not too bad. The color grade, I'm cool with the color grade. This is very, you know, dully, you know, I like it. It feels all right to me, you know. So this is a great picture. I like this one. I just really wish that I would have waited for this car not to be here. But I was being along, as I was taking the pictures, I saw them, I'm like, boom, I snapped it. I was like, oh, that looks great. I snapped it, and, you know, I kind of kept on going without thinking as much. So definitely could have waited for the car to be out of the shot. Yes, it's a little bit blurred back there, which is great, and we know that our focus is on this man over here. But it's there in the background, and I think it's distracting. And I think if anything, actually, I could have, in post, made him pop out a little bit more and make our attention directed a little bit more towards him a little bit better. So yeah, I'd give that picture maybe the 4 or 5. That one definitely wasn't bad. Okay, so this one, 3. I give it. The reason I give it a 3 is this trash can's kind of annoying to me. The lighting actually could have been a lot more interesting. If you can see in the GoPro, you can see that there's this shaft of light, you know, just coming through there, and there's a really hard line of that shadow, and I think that if we positioned him somewhere a little bit more creatively there, it would have looked better, you know. But this is what I ended up taking, so I'll give this one a 3, and it had the potential to be a 4 or a 5, but it was a 3 because I wasn't maybe waiting for that shot, you know, wait for those better shots. Okay, so the shot isn't too bad. You know, when I first took the shot, and I was like, this isn't gonna be good. You know, I took it back to the post, I started working with it a little bit more, and I'm like, okay, you know what, yeah, we can work with this, you know. It doesn't look too bad, you know. My attention is being put somewhere. Maybe I'm a little bit confused on who my subject is here. I have the lady pushing the stroller, and I have another lady talking. Actually, those two people are talking to each other, as I remember this. As I kind of walked by them, or as I was taking this picture, they were talking to each other. And in post, I tried to make the attention towards the baby and the lady pushing the stroller, and not necessarily the lady talking to them. When I think that when you look at this, you can definitely maybe feel a little bit of distraction there with one of those, you know. And I think that maybe it should be both of them. Maybe I should have waited for only one of them to be there. And I think also this sign is a little bit annoying there, actually. I think that I could have easily taken that out, made that look like the tree in the background. It's a little bit distracting. I'm kind of looking at that it's very in my face, very bright right there. So again, the attention is on the lady pushing the stroller, and you know, so this picture, 3, 4. Okay, let's keep on going here. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm liking this one. This one's great. This one is the picture of another. Matter of fact, this might even be the same lady and the same baby, actually. I'm not entirely sure. Possibly. It is a red stroller, if you guys know. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments or something. But saw this picture again while I was walking up and down. They were in the park, and I was just like, oh, this is fantastic. You know, a mom with her baby, just, you know, chilling out, you know, soaking up some sun, hanging out with each other, having some bonding time. He looks quite happy with his graham cracker or whatever that is. I'm not sure what that is, but it looks good. You know, and the color grade, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. You know, again, we try to go with the theme with all these pictures, and you know, we got to go with each other. Okay. So this next one here is this top of the chapel. Yeah, it's not a bad picture. Give it a 3 or a 4. It's okay. You know, it's not extremely enticing. I was thinking a little bit about Lizzie Pierce. She gave a tip of shooting up, looking up, you know, and right now I'm actually shooting at a 135, so she tends to shoot on that 100 to 400, so I'm not exactly there, but I am shooting in that telephoto, and that's what I came up with that, and it looks okay. This is another, I love this picture. This dog, he's just this is great. This is like one of the pictures I would get out of, like, you know, if you go to like the store and you pick up like frames for anything, it's like this is the kind of picture you'd find, because like they're all black and white, right? They're all black and white for some reason, and like this is the picture that I would see in there. This should go on iStocks. I'm gonna give that one a 5, just because I like it. I think it's just like this is the way that the picture should have been. It's just the way that it should be, you know, so it's that. Cool, going on to the next one. Given also that like towards the end as well, I was like getting a little bit upset because I wasn't taking as many pictures as I wanted to, and just wasn't, I don't know, felt like I wasn't having the greatest day with this, but you know, it's just like, forget it, I'm just gonna keep taking pictures, whatever. And yeah, this picture, you know, not too bad. You know, the boys, you know, just crossing the street, one's got the skateboard, the scoot, you know, doesn't look too bad, you know, yeah, I like it. 4, not bad. Okay, moving on. This one, this one's okay. The picture of the kids, I thought it was kind of cool, you know, I was just like, yeah, I remember if I were a kid, I'd be like, this, you know, the toys, you know, good old homies, good old toys. You know, so that's the idea. I liked the idea of it. The picture itself, I think it's flat to me, it's dull, it's not enough of a story. It's their backs. I wish I could see the machine a little bit more, or one of their faces a little bit more, or I give it a 3. The picture could just be a better in so many ways, you know, wait for one of them to turn around. Maybe there's one less of them, you know, again, the machine, you know, picture could be better, give it a 3 again. Okay. This is a fantastic picture. I love this picture. I definitely give this picture a 5. Just this instance of, I mean, look at her. She's wearing gloves, you know, she got her ice cream, you know, and she's just, you know, she's trying to just have a good time, you know, have some ice cream, you know. I mean, I wish I were her, you know. That looks like great. That looks like a great day for her. I wish I had the ice cream, you know. So that looks great. I like this picture. I love the color grade for it. It's a fantastic moment. It's a fantastic moment. I love the moment. It's great. I love this picture. This is a 5. Okay. This is an alright picture, you know, I like the picture. It's an action shot, so because it's an action shot, I will give it that 4 is lit well. I'm okay with that. It has a little bit of leave room. He's sitting on a third. Yeah, it looks okay, you know, yeah, give it a 4, maybe a 5, That car is in the way. I could definitely take that car. They definitely take that car out. Car's in the way. I think that would definitely make it a 5, you know, 5, just barely. Okay, not a bad picture. I'll take that one. I will take that one. Okay, this one, I do like this picture. I'm not entirely sure why I like this picture, actually. You know, I think it could have been framed better. You know, I'm cutting off her hands almost right at her waist, almost at like the worst place you want to take pictures, or you want to cut someone when you're taking a picture. It's right at their waist. You don't want to cut them there, and I'm like just about right there, you know. And I'm also cutting off her hands, and I think where her hands are a part of the picture, and I think almost frame her and, you know, her body right there. And I think if I really would have included her hands a little bit more, I think it would have made the picture a little bit better. She's literally just reading some piece of paper on the window, doing her thing in the morning. You can see she's wearing a mask. It reminds us of maybe a little bit of COVID. I like this picture. It's harsh, but again, I don't know. To me, there's a story in it, and there's a moment to be to read, to think about, you know, when you see that picture. Okay, so I like that one. That one's a 5. That one's definitely a 5. It's unfortunate because at the end my 360 camera runs out of battery, so there's no more third person. But that's fine. We continue. I think there's only 2 more pictures left, and this one's great. This was the funniest thing, actually, taking these pictures. There was a whole family of kids and like a mom that kind of went by this store, and you know, in the window, as you can see, there's a bunch of toys in this window, and it's the greatest thing. Or it looks like they're masks. And the kids would walk by, and like they'd be the one thing they'd just be staring at this window, just like masks. Just totally intrigued, but they're like, but I got a destination to go, and they're walking towards that direction. I don't know, I thought it was great. I was just like, yeah, as a kid who doesn't look at all the toys? I know I'd be looking at the toys thinking about, dude, I want that one, or something, or I don't like that one, or whatever it may be. So I thought this was a great moment of a kid. You know, to me, it's a story of a child who just enjoys toys and is having fun, doesn't really care about things. But again, it's COVID, so little time piece in there. So anyways, picture's okay. I like that. I think I'm gonna give that one a 4, close 4.5, a 4.5 maybe. Yeah, this is a great picture. This is the last one. I don't think I really show it too much in the GoPro footage here, but basically I was just standing there looking at a picture to shoot. Dude's like, hey, move that You can see it's like the little construction sign thing. He's like, gonna move the sign for me so I can park my bike there. I'm like, all right, for sure. You know, and I move the thing from, he like parks the bike. I'm like, wait, need a picture of you. And you know, it was the last picture I took. Asking for pictures is always fantastic too. You know, in street photography, that's probably a big tip. You don't always have to be taking pictures from people behind them or from like a mile away. You know, go up to people and ask them to take pictures. You know, some of them will say yes, and probably some of them will definitely say no, you know, but if they say yes, pictures for you, good for you. If they say no, well, doesn't matter. You'll find someone else that will probably say yes to you. So that's fine, right? Thank you for coming along with me with these commentary for these picture, you know, honestly, a lot of help that I can be practicing on, and I hope that you guys are learning throughout the way as well. Seeing the mistakes that I'm making, you know, and I'm telling you that I'm making, easily, you know, boom, fix those right away. It'd level up your photography game by a whole bunch, you know. But again, by looking back at these photos, I'm looking at mistakes, you know, trying to fix those mistakes the next time I go out, challenging myself in new environments to again come up with something better or come up with a better way to shoot or frame things. I think it helps a lot, you know, challenge yourself. And then once you've taken the photos, you go back and you look at them again and you say, okay, what makes these good, what makes them bad, you know? And I think that as you do that process, or, you know, as I do them at the very least, I'm learning so much about what I like and what I don't like, and the mistakes or the things that I can be doing better. So I really hope that that kind of helps you a little bit with your street photography. I want you guys to be better. I want you guys to be inspired to be going out there taking pictures that are hopefully better than this. I mean, some of them, what did we have? I don't know, like 2 5s in there of like 20 pictures, 15 pictures or something like that. That's matter of fact, actually, I guess that's almost reasonable. You can take many, I've taken many pictures before, and I think that I've only come across only a handful that I really like. I've taken a bunch. Some are good, some are great. A lot of them are really bad, but you gotta take bad ones in order to take better ones. All right, so if you made it this far, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help me out over here. And hope you guys learned a thing or two, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Out.